Santorini is one of the most picturesque islands in the world, famous for its stunning sunsets, whitewashed buildings, and deep blue Aegean Sea. And in this video, we're making planning a trip here easy. We'll cover where to stay, how to get around, the best viewpoints and sunset spots, and how to experience Santorini like a local. So hit that like button and we'll share everything you need to know when planning a trip to Santorini.
The first step in your journey is figuring out how to reach Santorini. The island is accessible by both ferry and plane. Ferries are a scenic way to arrive, with high-speed options taking about 4 to 5 hours from Athens, while slower ferries can take up to 8 hours. Keep in mind, ferry schedules are subject to weather conditions, so it's always smart to allow some buffer time in your plans. If you prefer a quicker option, flights from Athens to Santorini take just 45 minutes. However, Santorini's airport is small and busy, especially during peak season. Booking your tickets in advance is essential to secure your spot and avoid inflated prices.
If you're arriving at the ferry port, be prepared for a chaotic arrival. While other parts of the island are tranquil, when a ferry arrives, an army of pushy sales folks rush the passengers in an attempt to pull you into one of their van shuttles or travel shops. If you're a planner, you can pre-book a welcome shuttle using this link, which can cut down on some arrival craziness. If you're budget conscious, you can also catch a public bus, which is the most cost-effective way to get to town. The bus station is the box in the center of the parking plaza, and you can buy your tickets as you board the bus. You will need cash for this, so make sure you have some euros handy. And even if you don't take a bus, telling a shuttle salesman that you're going to is a great way to get them to knock a few dollars off their shuttle price. So keep this in mind. If you're arriving by plane, we highly recommend pre-booking a welcome shuttle or coordinating with your hotel if they can pick you up. Given there are less than 30 taxis on the entire island and the bus schedule is fairly infrequent, this is the most efficient way to zip you from the airport to wherever you want to go.
When it comes time to choosing where to stay in Santorini, it mainly comes down to two choices: Fira or Ia. And choosing between the island's two most iconic towns depends on your preferences of ambiance, activities, and budget. Fira is the island's vibrant capital and is the largest town on the island. It's closer to the airport and ferry port, and here you'll find the largest variety of shops, restaurants, and nightlife. So if you're looking for a party or just a busy shopping district with a slightly more energetic ambiance, Fira is the place to be. And while there are plenty of upscale spots to stay in Fira, if you're visiting Santorini on a budget, Fira has some of the most economical choices. So if you're looking for a soothing Cycladic spot that's also nice on your wallet, there's plenty of walkable spots in this area. Fira also has the island's main central bus station, so if you're looking to travel to other corners of Santorini, Fira is the easiest base of operations. If you're looking for a luxury getaway or romantic seaside spa, Ia is the place to be. Ia's atmosphere is all about tranquility, and lying in the Caldera's edge, you'll find the island's nicest boutique hotels and Bonvillain level villas. Try saying that 5 times fast. Anyways, Ia is probably the quintessential Santorini experience, with this town's skyline consisting of the island's famous blue domes and cliffside homes. The sky is the limit when it comes to lodging prices in Ia, and while there are some affordable options, you'll typically find much higher prices per night here in Ia than in Fira. Still, if you're looking for some high-end shopping and picture-perfect spots to go for a stroll, Ia is a great place to stay.
And if you're feeling adventurous, you can actually walk between some towns as well. We would highly recommend the hike from Fira to Ia, as it offers some of the island's most stunning views. We recommend starting in Fira and hiking to Ia, as that direction has the most downhill sections and is a more leisurely hike. In total, this hike is about 6.5 miles and takes 4 to 6 hours to complete. This hike starts in the heart of Fira, and you'll follow easy marked paths to guide your way. You'll then pass through smaller towns where you can explore charming streets without the crowds. The trail eventually transitions into a dirt walkway where you'll score some of the best overlooks of the Aegean Sea. We talk all about this hike in our top things to do in Santorini video, along with other must-do activities in Santorini. Some of these include visiting an open-air movie theater, relaxing on the volcanic beaches, and shopping for some local souvenirs. So if you're planning a trip to Santorini, definitely be sure to check that video out as well. If you're looking to get out of the main towns, you have a few different options to whisk you away. If you'd like to explore the less traveled corners of Santorini, having your own wheels is the way to go. And while you can rent a car, the most famous way to explore this island is by renting an ATV. There are tons of rental shops on the island, and it's typically recommended to book online in advance if you're traveling during the busy seasons. Just be warned that Santorini's roads are dangerous, even if you are an experienced ATV rider, so rent at your own risk. To rent either a car or an ATV, you're going to have an international driver's permit, which, if you're an American, means visiting a AAA brand before your trip, so be sure to plan ahead. But if you're boring like us, you can also just choose to rely on public transportation. These air-conditioned buses can zip you from town to town or to the island's famous beaches. You pay with cash when you board the bus, and while they can be quite crowded, we found them a reliable way to get around. The main bus station in Fira has an info booth with posted schedules, which can change from week to week, so be sure to check that so you know the times for various routes. You'll be able to tell where each bus is going from their sign up front, and it's a cost-effective way to explore Santorini.
Now let's talk about the best time to actually visit Santorini. Timing your visit to this island can make all the difference. The high season, which runs from July to August, is the hottest, busiest, and most expensive time to visit. If you love vibrant energy, bustling streets, and lively nightlife, this is the perfect time for you. However, be prepared for large crowds at popular sites like Ia and Fira. For a more balanced experience, the shoulder season from May to June and September to October is ideal. During these months, the weather is warm, the island is less crowded, and prices are much more reasonable. It's the perfect time for sightseeing, hiking, and enjoying the beaches without that summer rush. We visited in October and felt it was the perfect time, though that sunset at Ia was still crazy crowded, so there's still definitely crowds even in the shoulder season. If you're looking for peace and quiet, consider visiting during the low season from November to April. During this period, the island is much calmer, with fewer tourists and significantly cheaper accommodations. However, some restaurants, shops, and tours may be closed, and the weather can be cool and sometimes pretty windy. This season is best for a tranquil getaway, but it's less ideal if you're hoping to do some sunbathing or swimming. So consider what's a priority for you when deciding when to visit Santorini.
Santorini's weather is one of its main attractions, but preparation is key. During summer, temperatures often exceed 86 degrees Fahrenheit, so lightweight clothing, sunscreen, and a hat are essential. In spring and fall, the weather is cooler and perfect for exploring, though a light jacket might be needed for evenings. Some things you'll definitely want to include in your suitcase are comfortable walking shoes and European plug adapters. And if you plan to visit churches, bring modest clothing to make sure that you're dressed appropriately for entry. It also seems like everybody there had a cute white and blue outfit prepared in order to match the backdrop, so consider packing one for cute pics.
Despite being a paradise on the surface, there's a few sacrifices you need to make when visiting Santorini. The tap water is not drinkable, and much of the drinking water on the island actually is imported, so you'll need to drink bottled water during your stay. You can pick up large bottles from most mini markets and shops around town, so be sure to stock up on them when you arrive. In addition, Santorini's plumbing system was not designed to handle the modern luxury of toilet paper, so you aren't actually able to flush it anywhere on the island. Instead, most bathrooms will include a bidet and a small wastebasket where you can throw out your used toilet paper instead of flushing it.
We spent 3 nights in Santorini and tracked every penny we spent. In total, we spent just north of $530 for the both of us, and that included our lodging, food, and transportation. While we didn't ball out at clubs or eat many fancy meals, we were still able to drink wine, eat great food, and stay close to downtown Fira, so it's certainly possible to travel on a budget in Santorini.
When it comes time to budget for your trip, be mindful of some hidden expenses. Renting sunbeds at the beach can cost from 10 to 25 euros a day, though some restaurants offer free sunbeds if you order food or drinks. So keep this in mind if you're looking to catch some rays at the beach. Also, service charges at some restaurants may be included with your bill, so always check that before tipping. A small gratuity of 5 to 10% is still typically appreciated, though not always expected in Greece. If you can, try to avoid some of the tourist trap restaurants by venturing off the main streets a bit. You can usually still find gyros and souvlaki from takeaway shops that are both delicious and budget friendly for under 5 euros. We ate so well while we were in Santorini and did so on a pretty good budget. We have an entire Santorini food tour video, so be sure to check that video out as well if you want to see how far your money can get and some of the best food to try in Santorini. And another way you can save money is many of these iconic experiences like hiking and visiting beaches are free or at least relatively low cost. So you do have some good options there. If you're looking to do any planned excursions like boat tours or wine tastings, you can always shop around or check out some comparative websites, get the best deal, and make sure you're getting a good price.
So that's it for our Santorini travel guide. If you found this video helpful, please do us a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We have similar videos from many other Greek islands and from all over the world, so make sure you subscribe to check those out and find out where we're headed next. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!